guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be doing a mukbang or mukbang. I've heard people say both, so whatever it's called. And we're also going to be telling you guys a little bit about how we met and pretty much our timeline until we started officially dating. From Pizza Patron. It is our first time trying it.
Very good too, look at.
We don't know that yet.
Well, it looks good.
This is the meat lover pizza. I'm not really sure what's all on it, but it looks really good.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put Parmesan cheese and crushed red peppers on mine. What are you putting on yours?
Well, I pulled out the cheese first, so I'm just gonna put the Parmesan first.
Oh, and then I cannot eat pizza without ranch, so I have my side of ranch. Can't even really see it, but whatever, it's there.
This shit is good, man.
I'm so hungry.
Good. Oh yeah. I can barely even think. I think I have to start eating before we even get into this.
I know, I'm gonna start eating and then we'll start.
I gotta get my thoughts processing because I wanna make sure we don't leave nothing behind.
Oops, I threw the paper on my food.
Oh.
I'll do it like this instead. So
Now that's a weasel bedazzle move.
I'll do it like this so you guys can see.
I'll go ahead and just
I
do
added
my
too
whole
much
pepper.
peppers in that one. Oh my gosh.
Too much is never too much, baby.
I'll just dump it on the other one.
Bam! Woo!
Okay.
And that's what I call a bedazzle.
Cheers.
All right, cheers to you, baby.
I'm so hungry.
Cheers to you and to our
Baby.
baby. And to our story that we're about to sing. Real stuff, man. Real facts.
The pizza's so good.
Oh yeah. I just barely tasted Oh yeah. If you guys never had the Patron pizzas, I recommend for you guys to grab it, man.
It's so good.
Shout out to my boy Marcos, man. You're looking out, my dude. Hooked it up with the spot, man.
I know he's the one who told him about it, and then he came home and he's like, babe, we have to try this pizza. They're actually really reasonably priced too. They're not that expensive.
Yeah, they got pretty good deals and everything.
Okay, so just to start, I'm first gonna tell you guys, I hate eating peppers because they always get stuck in your teeth. But first I'm gonna tell you guys like pretty much my perspective on how we first met, and then he can go in and say if he disagrees or agrees and tell you guys his perspective. So, for some reason, I can never remember like the actual occasion, but I do know that it was my first time coming to Tucson because my best friend, she kept inviting me because her boyfriend has family here in Tucson, and she'd be like, come on, just come. They always throw parties. We can drink a little bit. We can do other things. We can like just have fun, hang out. I want you to come with me. So I was like, okay, so I'm gonna go to Tucson with my best friend and his family, which I don't even know any of them, but I was like, okay, I have my best friend, so whatever. We'll just go and have a good time. So I think I actually worked that day, so her and I left after her boyfriend, and we came in my car, and we came all ready and everything. We literally had our dresses on, our makeup done. I think we were either going to a wedding or a quinceañera, I don't really remember for some reason, but we were going to one of the two. And I remember this is my first time going to Tucson to go to like a party, and she was like, okay, we're getting close, and we were getting close to his mom's house, and that's where everyone was because everyone was already ready, and everyone was getting ready to leave to the party. And then I remember she's like, okay, we're like 5 minutes away, so I started putting like my high heels on and stuff, and then I remember we pulled up to his mom's house, and literally like everyone was there, and then I got off the car, and I like looked at the patio, and that's where he was, and then like literally we just had like direct eye contact. And like, it was like a look like, ooh, who's that? like to both of us, but I got scared. I was like, oh my gosh. So I just like looked away because I was like, oh my gosh, like who is he? And I just saw like a whole bunch of different women everywhere. So I was like, oh my God, he has to be like someone's husband. Like, oh my gosh, why was he looking at me like that? Like, why did I look at him like that? Like, I was, oh my gosh. So then I told my friend, I'm like, who is that? Like, dude, he was staring at me and like, he's probably someone's man's, like, oh my gosh. And then she goes, no, actually every woman here is either like his sister, his mom, his tia, like he's not with anyone. So I was like, oh, okay. So that's what I remember from the first time we actually saw each other.
Well, that's actually pretty much there. I mean, yeah, I pretty much agree with a lot of what she said, but I'm just gonna like fill you in on how I feel that everything took place now, so that way you guys can kind of get a flashback on my flashback. Cause what I remember from like the whole thing, I remember I was at the house actually. I was just showering, about to get ready. We're gonna go to my brother's.
I'm dressed vaquero, looking cute.
Well, you know, trying to stay fresh. I knew I was gonna have a woman like this in front of me come by. If not, I would have tried to like did a little extra for her. But I mean, it was the first time seeing her, so you just imagine the tense that we both probably felt at the time, because obviously we're together and we had that connection. But yeah, I mean, it was kind of like, for me, when I saw her, it was more like, who is she and who she came with? And I knew right then and there that she was with my cousin somehow, because she was with my cousin's lady. So I said, either she's one of her family members from her side, or she's something, but she has to be something from her, because they were just chilling. I knew that was my cousin's friend. So I saw her, she saw me, just like how she said it, man. I remember I went back to my room, and the first thing I thought, it was like, I gotta go find my cousin, man. I go find out who this girl is, you know what I mean? I gotta know everything about her.
And I don't even think he was there at your house at the time, or your mom's house.
No, man, I did my research, man. I did my whole homework on this girl. Like, I literally wanted to find out, see what she was about and everything. And over heels, man, I just literally like fell in love with this girl. Like, everything about her from the start, man, it was just like kicking in. Like, the littlest things that me and her would just find out about each other, like we agree, we liked it. It was all like everything.
We're going into that. This is just when we first met.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that. Okay, but we did. We met, and she was there. We gave each other eye contact and all that. And we're getting ready to go to the party. Well, it was actually my brother.
Do you remember me like looking away? Like, what did you think?
No, yeah, I saw you looking away, but it wasn't. I knew there that it wasn't like one of those look aways, like.
But what did you think? You're like, why did she look away, or like?
No, I just kind of thought she's a little shy. She didn't want to give me like a straight full throttle contact. I mean, like, who does that? Like, it's pretty rare. Like, if you don't know that person and you both like come across and you give each other eye contact and you like find each other attractive, like you don't want to like make her feel uncomfortable neither. Like, you don't want to be like, oh, I'm gonna stare at you. Like, yeah, I gave her a little stare, she gave me hers, and I said I want to get to know her a little better. So like I said, I went and found out with my cousin who she was, and he pretty much addressed it to me that she's single. And just like I said, man, well, right after that, it's like everything it took place from there. Like, I started trying to like get to know her. We talked.
So wait, that's how we met.
That's how we met, yeah.
You get a little carried away.
Wow.
So then we didn't even meet actually. Like, we were not even introduced to each other. That's literally just the first time we saw each other. And that time, I seriously can't remember if this was the same occasion or not, but the first time we actually got introduced to each other was at your brother's wedding, but it didn't happen at the wedding. Literally, the whole wedding took place. We were pretty much like at the wedding all night, and I think we left like around like maybe it closed like at 12, and then we went to one of his tia's houses.
Okay, before they even know all that, baby, like, let's tell them what year, when was this?
Oh, we first met in 2016.
Yeah, just so you guys can know, like, we do know each other from like a while back, so it's not nothing familiar for us. That
yeah. So
like,
the first time we ever saw each other was back in 2016. Yeah. And the first time we got introduced to each other was in 2016.
Yeah.
And this was after his brother's wedding. It was like we left the wedding like wedding reception like at 12. And we went to one of his tia's houses.
Oh, yes.
And then I remember his cousin, he came up to me and he goes, oh, one of my cousins wants to meet you. So I was like,
no, that's
okay. And I'm super shy. Like, I'm like so shy when I first meet people. So like, I remember he was like standing there by a truck. And then his cousin, he's all like, oh, well, this is my cousin Jesus. And they call him Tui. And then he goes, this is my lady's friend, Destiny. And then like, I'm super shy, so it's kind of awkward. Like we were both just sitting there or standing there. And then he was like, oh, how old or I think I asked you how old you were. And then like we told each other our ages.
Man, I remember I was doing all the asking over here.
I know, I was just answering him because at that time I was like, no, it's not that easy. So I was kind of like just being like, you know, I was trying to play hard to get.
Just to let you guys know, I tried to grab her hand on the first.
No, you can't say that yet. We're telling him all in how it goes.
No,
so,
okay.
We got introduced to each other or whatever. I was kind of playing hard to get. I was like, yeah, whatever, cool. And I was just like on my phone, and then he was like, we were asking each other questions and stuff. And then like whatever, he went with his cousins, I went with my friend. And then I remember my friend, she was all like, I'm hungry. And it was already like 2 in the morning, maybe 3 in the morning. And then I was just like, okay. And then she's all like, let's go tell Tui to buy you food. He likes you, and I'm pretty sure he'll buy us food. And then I was just like...
Actually, that's something I didn't know right now till now, actually, so...
And then I was like, I'm not hungry,
We're all getting filled in this one.
I was like kind of salty. I don't remember why I was like in a bad mood, but I was like, well, I'm not hungry, so you can ask him. So then she like, oh, Tui, that's what like his family and all his close friends call him. She's like, our Destiny's hungry. And then he's like, well, let's go get some food. Like he didn't even ask any questions or anything. And then that's when I was driving at the time. We went to this place called Via Burritos, and we got like extreme carne asada fries. And then this guy, like we literally just got introduced to each other like maybe an hour ago. I'm all driving and he grabs my hand, and no one has ever like done that to me before. Like I don't know if you were drunk or you were just like...
Nah, the thing is that, you know, sometimes you see something like this and you don't want to like let that chance go away. So it's like, there's that one day you want to make sure you like get the whole bundle with this.
I was shook. I was like, oh my gosh, nobody has ever done this to me before. Like just.
And I ain't never done that either, man. For me, it was like a mind with a body.
And I remember I told him, I'm like, I don't know how to drive with one hand.
My body was reacting. Like I was just like listening to what my body wanted. You know what I mean? My body said grab her hand. I said go ahead.
I literally remember I told him too. I'm like, I don't know how to drive with one hand. And then he goes, well, I guess you're gonna learn today.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey, I didn't know, man. I was just trying to like pull out everything in the book, man. And she said I can't drive, what she's gonna learn. If she would have told me like it's hard, I got you. I'll use my right hand.
And I remember he was literally even like changing the gears and stuff for me, and I was like, dang, this guy.
I was just trying to break her in, like how good we look together, how good and easy we make it look when we do our teamwork and all that. So
I was so shy too. I remember we were in his tia's house, and literally everyone was in there, and like he walked by, and then like I think he like grabbed, like he like just like touched my waist or something, and like I just immediately look around and I'm like, oh my gosh, who saw? Like they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, who is she? Like I was so shy. So that was the first time we met, then the first time we were introduced to each other.
Right.
And then like him and I, we like ever since we met, we pretty much talked on and off. Like we would talk, and then somebody would stop replying. And then like months would pass, and then we would start talking again.
But for some reason whatsoever, like we always like stay in touch. Like she always like pretty much like showed me that she was always there as well. Like I always showed her. Like we always like back and forward. Like for some reason we just like knew that whenever we talk,
I feel like
every time that we came together, like we stopped and we came together, like for some reason, like we felt like it was more. And
I feel like we would talk, and then like he would, maybe in his head, he would be like, okay, we're cities away. So then we would stop talking. And then every time he would see me again, like that same, like, I don't know, that same like thing would like pop in him or something. And then we would start talking again. So that's pretty much how it went, because we would come often. Like in 2016, we came to Tucson a lot. Like we would come like almost every weekend, if not like every other weekend. And like him and his cousin were really close at the time, and me and my friend, we were really close at the time. So like we would come to Tucson on the regular. So we got to like actually see each other a lot. But I feel like when we like first actually like kicked it off was at the lake. Like that's when we actually like
when we pushed that first,
because he was actually like trying to talk to me, and it wasn't just kind of like, oh, what's up, hi.
None of those.
He like came and sat next to me, and like I remember they made pozole and everything, and we were all eating, and like he walked me to the truck because we didn't stay. Everyone was camping at the lake, but we didn't. My friend and I and her boyfriend, we left, But once we started like, okay, so like we pretty much talked on and off since 2016, but once it hit March of 2018, that's when I was like, okay, I'm not playing games with him anymore. I'm gonna tell him exactly how it is. So I told him, I don't know what you're used to, but I'm looking for something serious. I don't want someone that's just gonna be like a little temporary thing. That's totally cool if that's not what you're looking for, that's not what you're into, but that's what I'm into. And then
that's when it bing, I hit that little light bulb right in my head, and then that's when I said, that's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for that one girl that would just like light me up, man. Put that light bulb and just tell him just what it wants to hear. You know what I mean? One man doesn't want to hear, I want something serious. I want to be with you. Like, damn. I was like, girl, that's like too much information for me to
I was scared too, because I was like, okay, yeah, we like know each other, but we don't like, we pretty much only have hung out because of other reasons. Like it was never because me and you.
Yeah, that's when we actually expressed more of our feelings and thoughts and everything.
And then this is how I know he actually got interested, because he actually he would call me, and like that's what he does. He hates texting. Yeah. But like he would start calling me, and I remember the first time he called me, I was at Walmart. And I was literally just following my roommate around. Like I don't even know what she was doing. Usually I'm like, oh my gosh, are you done? But I didn't even care. I was literally just talking to him on the phone. I was following her around Walmart. And literally ever since March of 2018, we talked every single day consistently. Like he would call me every day after work.
Yes.
And then we started planning to like actually see each other on our own. Like either I was gonna travel to Tucson or he was gonna travel to Phoenix. He doesn't know this, but once we got like, July was our first date. But before that weekend, I already made an ultimatum to myself, because like I told my friends, I'm like, if he doesn't come this weekend, I'm just done with it. Because if he takes this serious, he's gonna come this weekend, because we've been planning this. And this is supposed to be the weekend, but I'm like, so if he doesn't come, I'm just done with this. Like, I'm just not gonna proceed. And
it was because the timing itself was the right timing. Like I said, man, you stick around and you're patient.
And he put a lot of effort into coming too. Like, he like figured out the whole situation to get there. Because at the time I lived with my friend and her grandma, because we were in the process of moving out into our own apartment. So it's not like he can just come and stay with me. And plus we were still like getting to know each other at the time. So he literally arranged the plans to stay at his cousin's house so I can see him. And that's when we went on our first date. It was in July.
I risked it without even knowing that I was gonna not stay with her. I just needed a couple minutes with her, you know what I mean? Just tell her how I feel, man.
And that's when we went on our first date. And as soon as like we were together, I was so nervous. Like I saw him walking out of the house towards my car, and I just looked down. I was like, oh my gosh, is this really happening right now? Like we've been talking for like quite some time now. I was so nervous.
I went in that car like, what's up, baby?
I know. And then as soon as we were together, literally it was just like a puzzle, two puzzle pieces just like fit together.
Clicking it off, man. Just like, you know, when you get a puzzle piece and you get the other puzzle piece and you know it's like the right match and it's like, no, it's a bust. You know what I mean? It's like,
it just felt like so good being with him.
Yeah, definitely.
And like, it just felt so like it was supposed to be that way. And ever since, so that was our first date. And then in August, that's when I moved into my own apartment. So that's when we planned for him to come over and to stay over. And my plan's a cute surprise for him. I'll put some pictures so you guys can see. I like made a dinner and everything for him.
Now that's a dedicated woman right here.
And then
Must have. After
that is when he asked me to be his girlfriend. And then ever since then, we've been going strong.
And never will I regret that day neither.
So all of those of you who are like, oh, you guys just started dating and stuff, now you kind of know the background behind us. We pretty much have been getting to know each other since 2016. That's when we first met and first saw interest in each other.
It's not no rush hour, so we practically...
And I just knew when I saw him, I'm like, he's gonna be mine. Like, that's gonna be my husband one day. And it's happening. We have... But... my pizza's like cold now.
I know, and it's very good, man.
I did most of the talking. I'm just kidding. But now you guys know kind of how we met and how our whole relationship started.
And we've been good so far, man. I mean, I love this woman.
And I love this man.
I ain't gonna lie.
But is there anything else you want to add?
I think we got it in pretty much. Well, I think we just said the start, how we started, how we met and all that. I mean, we could probably tell you guys a little more on a different video. We could probably talk about how
our whole
was from before, how it was from before actually, and how it is now from the beginning to where we at right now. So that way they could kind of like know how much we updated. We updated from like the first time we met and having the baby come through and all that. How excited we are. Like, we want to like give you guys another video of us just like giving you guys the feedback of how we feel about the baby.
And our baby.
What we want to gift from and all that.
Our baby, we like planned our baby. Like, we were trying for our baby. So it wasn't just something that like just popped up. Like, so...
we had things before even baby came due. Like, she already, mostly her, she did all the work. So all the hard work and dedication goes to my baby, because she well, no, I just gave her a little couple, ran down a couple of feedbacks on what I thought that she could use on her. But she did the whole thing. Like, she looked it up. She literally like found mostly everything, showed me like a lot of things.
I had a lot of friends
like, oh
too,
God,
that gave me tips on things that they tried when they were trying to get pregnant. So shout out to all of those people, because a lot of people know that we were trying. Like, not the whole world, but like my personal friends or people who like knew my situation, they knew we were trying. So got a lot of tips from other people.
Yeah, if you guys need some,
we can do a video on that too.
Yeah, just let us know, man. If you guys want to know, if you've been trying for a while, man or female, I mean, we can give you guys an advice or things that you guys could probably do, and might even work for you guys too, man.
But do you have anything you want to add before we close it out?
No, I think we'll close it down with that. Really.
Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this video. Now you know a little bit more of a background on us, and we will see you on our next video.
And stay tuned.